It is Y105, Dubuque's #1 hit music station. I'm Steve Pulaski, and on my phone line right now is an actress who's made an impact in several movies, and the catch is she's only 13 years old. She played a plucky little girl in the acclaimed movie The Florida Project back in 2017, and more recently was the centerpiece of the crazy comedy thriller Cocaine Bear. Her new film Little Wing is a coming-of-age drama now streaming on Paramount+. She is Brooklynn Prince. Brooklynn, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Brooklynn. I'm so excited to talk to you. You've been in a number of very good movies. You're so young, yet you're so accomplished. What made you want to be an actor so soon after you were born?
Well, I guess my mom used to be an agent, and one of her agent friends was like, oh my gosh, there's this thing, and Brooklyn would be so cute for it. And so my grandma ended up taking me, and at the end, when everybody kind of asked me, like, do you like doing this stuff? Like, is this something you want to do? And I was like 3 years old. I was like, yeah. And they were like, okay. So it really was just like at a young age, my parents, just coming along for the ride of this crazy 3-year-old girl who wanted to be an actor. And I was so lucky that it came into something this now where I am. And I'm so blessed.
You said you were 3 years old. That was around the time of your first role. What was that first role?
It was just a magazine shoot for Parent Magazine. I did magazine shoots and commercials up until I was 6.
You're the main character in a new movie called Little Wing. What is this movie all about, Brooklynn?
Well, Little Wing is about a 13-year-old girl, typical 13-year-old girl who gets young racing pigeons, and her life is kind of falling apart in front of her. And through these pigeons, she meets a mentor and kind of discovers herself through the art of pigeon racing.
What makes this movie kind of a unique coming-of-age story? I mean, I got to be honest, off the top of my head, I can't think of really another movie that revolves around racing pigeons, but what really makes this unique, or what attracted you to this movie?
What attracted me to this movie is just that it was a typical 13-year-old girl, and I've never read that in a script. And something that I think needs to be talked about is it talks about mental health, and it talks about what it's like to be 13. Because when you're 13, everything feels huge. It feels big. And, to adults, things may go wrong and, they handle them actively. But for 13-year-olds, it's the first time we're really experiencing big emotions or big things in our lives. And I think it really beautifully illustrates what it's like to be a 13-year-old girl.
You worked with Brian Cox and Kelly O'Reilly, some big names on Little Wing, and then everyone from Kerry Russell to the late Ray Liotta in Cocaine Bear. What's it like for you often being the youngest person on set, Brooklynn?
I don't really think of it that way. I just really like to go in and just talk to people. Nobody has ever treated me like I was younger, like I was a baby. I've always been super duper lucky to have co-stars and directors and people on set who treat me like I'm another actor. And so I guess I've never really thought of that way. But it's definitely fun. I definitely like bringing energy and like playing games with people and like introducing them to like new stuff. And they're always pretty eager.
When you first got your eyes on the script for Cocaine Bear, what was your reaction?
Well, my mom, seeing the title, was like, okay, let me read this first. So she read it, and I just hear from one end of the room this big laughter, and I'm like, what the heck? And she was like, Brooklyn, you have to read this. And when I read it, I did not know what to expect, but I started laughing so hard when the bear was killing people, and I don't think that was morally right, but, it was pretty funny.
Did you have to have your mom explain any of the jokes to you or any of sort of the adult, undertones of that script when you read it?
Sometimes, yeah, but I knew loosely what cocaine was, but, I didn't know, I was like, wait, they're eating it? I thought you, snorted it. And she was like, no, you can't. So that was that awkward conversation that we had. And then, we didn't really... I guess it was more about the cocaine than it was anything.
For sure. She is Brooklynn Prince, young actress. Her new movie, Little Wing, is now streaming on Paramount+. Elizabeth Banks directed Cocaine Bear. It was think, her second or third movie, too. What was it like working for Elizabeth Banks? She seems to be a really wonderful director to work with.
Oh my gosh, Liz, she is just a girl boss. Like, I'm so inspired by her. I literally made my new comic Misfortune's Eyes because of her, because she inspired me so much. She's a funny person to have on set too, brings some positive energy, really can pick up that energy in any space she's in, and knows what she wants when it comes to directing. So I hope I get to work with her again. I love her.
You already sensed my next question too, Brooklyn. I wanted to ask you, what's this new comic book that you're publishing?
Yes, it's called Misfortune's The The first issue came out on March 20th, and it's in local comics bookstores, or you can order it on Sumerian.Inc. And the second issue comes out April 24th, and it's about a girl who, on her 15th birthday, wakes up to discover she can read auras and is taken to a hidden psychic town called Hemlock Hallows. And it's for young adults and teens. I like to make, entertainment that's directed towards kids my age. So here you go, world.
What inspired you to write a comic book? What inspired that? Are you a comic fan? Do you read a lot?
Well, like I said, Liz Banks inspired me. But yeah, I read comics. Comics and manga are like my go-to. And so I just was kind of like, I want to make a comic book. And through Sumerian, I was able to do that. So it was really awesome. It's been a dream come true, 2 years in the making, my little baby. So I'm just really excited and happy it's out there.
Tip of the cap to you, Brooklyn. Also, one other thing, you've done a lot of, or at least a little bit starting off your career, some voice acting. Do you like doing that? Do you like kind of working on movies for kids? I know you've done a lot of adult movies like Florida Project and things like that, but how do you settle into doing like the Angry Birds movie too and stuff like that? You enjoy voice acting as well?
I do. I guess like literally when I do adult movies, like I really have to pick up everything, and I work really hard. And I guess when I do like Angry Birds and stuff, it seems really fun. Like I still work hard, but it seems something that I can play with, and that is just kind of light in the energy, and I can just play around and develop, these characters through my voice. So yeah, I love voice acting. It's something that I've been really blessed to do with the one and only Ivan, like a movie. Well, not like a movie too, but I was live action in that. And Angry Birds too. I felt like I had a lot of fun on those movies.
She is Brooklynn Prince. Keep an eye out for her in lots of different movies, including Little Wing on Paramount Plus. I'm going to give you the final word, Brooklyn. Talk about Little Wing, your comic book, anything that you'd like to promote right now. The floor is yours.
Well, we got a lot of stuff coming out. Little Wing is out on Paramount Plus right now. Would love to give it a watch. It's amazing, and it's a new movie about coming of age and pigeon racing, and my new comic, Misfortune's Eyes, that is available in comic book stores or on Sumerian.Inc. And it is for young adults and teens, and it's pretty whimsical and kind of like Harry Potter. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. These two new things are literally projects I put a lot of love into, and I would love for the world to go and see them, read them, and watch them.
Congratulations on all your success, Brooklyn. I wish you nothing but a long and prosperous career. Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This has been awesome.